All right, welcome in, wrestling fans. I'm Ryan Turner, joined by Shane Jorgensen tonight. We are here for this home match between the Morgan Trojans and the North Summit Braves. We're going to kick off our varsity portion here tonight, Shane. We're going to have an introduction of the wrestlers right now. Not sure what weight we're starting at tonight. We'll get that in just a second, it looks like. When we have our face-off, I guess. So far in the JV matches, Morgan's had a lot of success, won all of those matches against North Summit, so hopefully a precursor for what's to come, huh?
Yeah. Should be a good team this year again.
Yeah, Morgan is number 2 in 3A, which they've been for the last couple of years. I don't know if you can guess who might be number 1.
Yeah.
Juab is number 1 based on the scoring system. They had 132 points going into the system, or into the season in the scoring system, and the Trojans were at 106. So we'll see if that takes that course.
That's returning points from last year.
Well, it's just a vote, basically, by the coaches of what they think, how many points they'll score for a first place finish or a second place or whatever. I didn't catch what weight that was. Did you, Shane?
That's 113.
113. Huntley Gale for Morgan versus Coulter Ferry of North Summit. At 120 for Morgan, Max Poultry. At 126 for Morgan, Ryler Jorgensen. 126 for North Summit, Whitney Oldham. At 132 for Morgan, Corbin Kilgore. And for North Summit, Cale At 138, Luke Woolsey for Morgan. And for North Summit, Cash Saivik. At 144 for Morgan, Maverick Guyman. And for North Summit, Ethan Joyner. And at 150 for Morgan, Drew Korth. And no wrestler for North Summit at 150 tonight.
That's the one forfeit other than the 106 double forfeit?
Yeah, 106, neither team has a wrestler there. At 157 for Morgan, Skylar Crowther. And for North Summit, Jamin Bailey. At 165 for Morgan, Joseph Belinsky. And for North Summit, Kota Tomiko. At 175 for Morgan, Tag Rich. And for North Summit, Jack Wood. At 190 for Morgan, Zach Sargent. And for North Summit, Ben Peck. At 215, representing Morgan, Trayson Rich. And North Summit will not have a wrestler at that weight. And do we call this 285 or do we say heavyweight?
I'd say heavyweight.
Okay.
I'm right there with them.
At heavyweight for Morgan, Lane Henderson. And for North Summit, Anthony Villicana.
Lane looking mean with that big beard of his.
Yeah, that's a new addition for Lane. I haven't seen him with his football helmet off for a bit, so maybe that was been there for a while or not. I don't know.
It's always been a baby face. Now he's a grown man.
This year, the Morgan team is under a new head coach. Dustin Rock has retired from coaching wrestling for a little bit, taking a break maybe. I'm sure he can't go too far, but for now, he's turned the reins over to Kelly Wilson. Kelly's a former Morgan High alumni and coming back to coach his alma mater. I'm sure some of these weights, some of these wrestlers are going to change throughout the year, Shane. But right now, I was kind of a little bit shocked. Drew wrestling 150. I mean, normally it wasn't long ago that he was probably 126 or 120.
For sure.
So that's a big jump for him. And then Zach going from 165 or 175 to 190, right?
That's going to be a problem for some 190. His speed and athleticism.
He doesn't look like a typical 190 wrestler, right? He's not slow. Yep. He's going to be super quick and super aggressive, I think. Or I hope he is, at least.
Should be.
Kind of reminds me of that opportunity of Riggin Boger last year. for South Summit. He was a phenomenal wrestler, and he just seemed to have that energy and overpowered many of his opponents. And I think Zach has the potential to do the same thing. Looking to see where we're going to start off tonight. I think we are going to start right there at the 113, though, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Since that's how they were announced. So we should have Huntley Gale up first for Morgan and Coulter Ferry of North Summit.
Freshman. Varsity
Coming into tonight for these two teams, Morgan has finished second to Juab quite a few years. The past couple of years, Juab has won 7 straight titles at the 3A level. So hope Morgan can have a potential to dethrone that. That's going to be a challenge for sure. But we do have a lot of great wrestlers. Coming into the preseason rankings, Morgan had quite a few ranked well in the 3A top 5. At 106, even though we don't have a wrestler tonight, Carter Wardell was ranked as the number 3 wrestler in 106 for 3A.
Yeah, that's going to be good for Morgan because last year he gave up so much weight. I mean, he's a good wrestler, but to give up that much weight, he just struggled. But he's finally up to weight and should have a good year.
For 113, Max Holtree was ranked at 113, even though he's not going to be wrestling 113 tonight. He'll be wrestling 120 tonight. But he was ranked in the 113 classification as the 6th best wrestler in the state. So we'll see how that plays out. Hunter's new to the game here. Maybe a lot of people don't know him yet, but hopefully he's going to move right up those rankings and have a chance to start to prove that tonight.
Yeah.
And we're going to kick things off. Here we go. Shot there by North Summit, denied by Hunter. Another shot, counter by Hunter, gets around, gets some point. Oh, not yet. There we go. We got the 2 points.
This is just a freshman, I believe, starting here too. So hands there.
So is that just a warning, Shane, or he'll give a point for that? Mm-hmm. Yep.
He'll learn from that.
1 point awarded there to Coulter on that locking of the hands. Seems like when we have wrestlers going down for the first time in the year, it seems like it takes us a couple of times to get that to work out right.
Yeah, everybody's a little rusty here.
Ref's going to give the escape right there.
I think Huntley just let him up here. So
he just thought about it and decided that maybe that was a better choice. So now we have a even match here, 2-2.
Don't want to get too many cautions here. And good double leg.
Had that double leg, but he drives through it anyway and gets the takedown. Got him in some trouble here if he can just push over. Good move there by Coulter to get that arm out and get to his belly. This is where the ref's going to want to see some work, though, right? Out of Huntley trying to get some position gained or at least make something happen, right?
Yeah. Bottom guy's got to work too, though. So.
Yeah, I mean, both of them can be called for stalling, but usually you got to be somebody's got to press the action, right? Coulter keeping Huntley's hands there so he can't get that half, and now he's going for a little chicken wing or whatever right there. That'll be the end of the first period.
Good round for Huntley.
Leading 6-2 now. Here's a replay of one of those takedowns. Huntley with a great one there on that one. This is where you want him to still be aggressive, right? And keep pushing the action and
keep scoring.
Try to score. Tries a shot there, denied by Coulter. Coulter's trying a single leg. Oh, but Huntley flips it.
Tough kid here.
Gets around, gets 2 more points.
Stalling on Morgan here.
Seems like at the beginning of the year, the referee's patience for that is a little bit higher, but as we move along, I mean, getting closer to state, sometimes it was, I guess, difficult to kind of figure that out, to see how much it was going to take for them to call a stall warning.
I still can't figure it out.
Every ref's a little different, right?
Huntley's showing some strength here. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he's picked Coulter up a couple of times and taken him down to the mat.
Not getting in terrible position, staying behind. He's doing a good job.
Yeah, Coulter's been wrestling defensively pretty well, but Huntley's hasn't got out of position yet either. Here we go. Chance to run that, but Coulter just gets out of it again.
Gonna get behind here before he gets in trouble.
Yeah, you really don't want to overextend yourself right there. Huntley got a little too far forward, it looked like. Coulter had a chance to maybe escape out of there. Now he's got a leg. But Huntley will circle and get back into position. That's the end of the second period. 8-2 is your score. And neutral will be chosen here. Oh, a good shot there by Coulter. Has a single leg and gets a takedown, but Huntley does the reverse. That is a great move there by Huntley to not end up on his back.
Just got to be careful with that because you get a little better kid here, give
right.
points.
You're not getting out of that as well, right? You're stuck there for a second and in trouble maybe. Coulter's done a great job keeping Huntley's hands under control. Hasn't allowed him to get a half or really any kind of...
Reaching back there.
There we go. There we go. See if he can run this.
Looks like he's going to get a foul here.
Want that pin for the first match of the year, and he's going to get it. Huntley Gale with the pin.
Yeah, Coulter just reached back and gave it to him.
Well, all night he had a really good defensive position to keep Huntley from getting that half and giving that up. But as soon as he did, one mistake cost him. There's a pin, 6 points for the Trojans. Next up at 120, we're going to have Max Holtry of Morgan win by forfeit. So that match will proceed. And now we're going to go to 126, Ryther Jorgensen versus Whitney Oldham. Do you want to be off the clock for this match?
Oh, no.
I don't want you to have to say anything bad about Ryther. I'll be critical.
Yeah, good. I don't have a problem being critical with it.
Right? Holtry will come out and accept his victory for the forfeit. We were talking before, we thought maybe Ryther wrestling 126. This might not be the weight that he actually stays at. Do you think he's closer to 120?
Yeah.
Ryler being aggressive right from the start. Goes out of bounds. We'll come back and reset.
Yeah, he's not too far off for 120, so.
Ryler in the preseason rankings was ranked as the second best wrestler in 3A at 120, so that's kind of where they're projecting him to be as well. For North Summit.
It's a point for North Summit. A little too aggressive on the head there.
Referee explaining that decision. For North Summit, Whitney Oldham is ranked third in the 2A classification at 120, so this should be his weight that he's normally wrestling at. He's at 120, and so will Ryler be at 120, so both of these up just a little bit for their match tonight.
Like the aggressiveness.
Ryler shoots there, doesn't get the leg. Whitney just keeps backing up.
That's stalling red, so.
That'll just a caution there on the stall?
Yeah, just the first one.
Ryler with a little shot there. Whitney with a shot. But Ryler, great defense. Fights that off. And the trip. Nice move there by Ryler. He'll get the takedown for 2. Gets around to get better position.
Six seconds to go in this first period.
Not enough time here for Ryler to try to run that, but he has it almost. That'll end your first period, and it's going to be 2-1 for Ryler Jorgensen. And he will choose down. Gets to his feet, but Whitney takes him back down. Ryler trying to get over there to get the escape, and he will do it.
Reversal.
And a reversal. Ryler in good position here on top. Trying to get a half. Trying to jump over there to run that half, but
gets his legs in.
Nice hook there by Ryler.
A little torque for some near to nothing here.
One thing that we haven't talked about, does riding time not matter here in the regular season? It's only the state tournament? Or how does that work?
No, that's college.
Only in college?
That'd be great if they had riding time in high school.
I know. Like, I thought there should be some points for that.
No. Unless they changed the rule this year I didn't know about.
A little crossface, yeah, by Ryler. I'm sure Whitney didn't like it.
A good job here on top, just not being able to turn him here.
Yeah, Whitney's having a good defensive round here, but he's been down for the most of this round.
Yeah. See if we can rather get a cheap tilt here for some near fall points.
Yeah, if you can't get something to where you can progress it to try to get that pin, at least you want to try to get some points, right? Get those tilt, get the shoulder blades down.
He's doing a solid job of not letting him turn him, but he's down 4-1, so he's got to get going on bottom here.
Yeah, he'll probably choose bottom to try to get some points, right?
Yep.
It looked like he chose neutral, though.
Yeah, coach wants him at neutral.
Interesting.
4-1 here for Ryler. He's got to be aggressive here and add on to that lead. We'll see how much he's been running lately. See how he can handle this third period.
See the stamina. And oh, there's a great move.
Good shot.
Nice move by Ryler to get that takedown.
A little different from what we saw last year with Ryler, so encouraging.
It is, right? I mean, not that we want to be too critical of Ryler, but last year Ryler just didn't seem like he was as passionate as I've normally seen him.
Yeah.
Looked like he was, I guess the thing that I would use to describe it was almost a little mental fatigue or just frustrated.
For sure.
Here we go. Pin chance here for Ryler.
Looked good. Didn't get the fall out of it, though.
Close.
Got 2 near fall, maybe 3 near fall. Yeah, you got the 3. May get the fall here, huh?
Trying it again. It's got him in a great position, but Whitney still.
There we go.
There, now he's in a great spot.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
How did he get out of that again? Ryler going to try hopefully one more time here to get this pin. Gets his hooks in there.
He's got the major, so.
Yeah, 9-1 now.
Ball.
Here it comes. It's going to be close. There it is. Yes.
Well, that's good to go 3 rounds and still get the pin. So.
Well, that's not only, I think, a good experience because you get the mat time and go all 3 rounds, but to come out with the pin, that's a great match there for Ryler.
Yep. Whitney definitely got a little tougher this year, though, because they've wrestled quite a bit. And definitely one of Whitney's better matches against Ryler.
Yeah, he just seemed, I mean, Ryler had him on the defensive end all night, but Whitney was doing a good job of warding off a lot of the attack from Ryler.
Yep.
All right, here at 132, we will have Corbin Kilgore versus Cale Blomqvist of North Summit. In the preseason rankings, Luke Woolsey was projected to be here at 132. He's not wrestling 132 tonight. He'll be at 138, but Luke was the projected second best wrestler at 132. We'll see if that plays out. But right now, we've got these two tonight. Corbin Kilgore of Morgan versus Cale Blomqvist of North Summit.
Yeah, I think a lot of these, not just Morgan, but everybody will be fluctuating their rosters a little bit. Everybody trying to get to the weights are going to.
When we get to some of these higher weights, too, Morgan had a couple of wrestlers that were projected in the top 5 that wrestled JV tonight.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Corbin with a single leg there, trying to turn it into a double and trying to get the takedown. Still fighting for that single.
Hey, good job.
Has it there now. Better control, but Cale with some good defense.
Put his head out. He's going to.
Yeah, he's got to get this head out or push him, right? Run that.
Well, if he can hook that cradle, he's got his head.
Yeah.
In there. Looks like he might get the cradle.
Just going to go out. Needed to turn him back the other way. But that was a good move there by Corbin. I don't know that he realized he was that close to having the cradle. Oh, single leg here by...
Made a little mistake there. Didn't cost him any points, though.
Kale, but they run out of bounds. End of the first period.
It's a good round for him. Corbin chooses neutral.
A little hand fighting here, trying to get position and control. When I see an opening like that, I'm like, man, why didn't you take that?
Yeah. It's a stall warning on North Summit. Corbin's getting down to the mat here.
Kale trying to get a single leg. Corbin has control there on the head, trying to turn that. Oh. Kale turns it into a double, but it's going to go out of bounds. We'll come back and reset. I feel like both wrestlers have had a couple of opportunities here that they just haven't taken advantage of. Corbin goes for a double, but
it's
Kale...
a stall call right before he goes for the double. So we've got one stall call for each wrestler right now.
Point on the next one, right?
Yep.
Neither one can get control here of anything.
Oh,
and then Corbin just gives up the hold with only 13 seconds to go there. It's going to give up the points. Probably didn't realize there was only 12 seconds to go. I mean, you could have probably at least held on.
Yeah, he held on for quite a while.
For that 12 seconds to not give up those two. Got a little break here. Blood time. Coach Toon out there to take care of it. This is like a free timeout, huh?
Yeah. Catch your breath. I guess for who's not bleeding.
Right. Well, even if you are bleeding, I think it's like if you're a coach and you need to tell him something, it might take you a little bit longer to tape that off.
Yeah.
Corbin will be down. Tries to get the escape here. Cannot do it. We're going to go out of bounds. 2 seconds on the clock.
Stalling red. That's 1 point. Kildare with 2 seconds to go. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a...
Didn't get the escape, but he got the point for stalling. Just held on a little too long.
That's the end of period 2. Score 2-1 between Kilgore and Blomqvist. Blomqvist with a single leg here. And he'll get the takedown.
Yeah, Corbin just stood up a little too tall there and got in on a shot on him. Now he's got to go to work with 4-1 lead.
Yeah, Kale in good position here too. A little crossface there by Blomqvist. Corbin gets to his base. Let's see if he can get the escape here. Blomqvist takes him back down. Gets the escape. 4-2.
He's got to be a little aggressive here. He's down 2.
Yeah, you got 50 seconds. You got to get at least a takedown and hopefully even some near fall points, right?
Yeah. Got a front quarter on him, but a little out of position.
Got to push that a little higher. Blomqvist has a hold of his leg. Got to get around and get those 2 points.
Yeah, for sure. Getting back in on his.
He's going to give that up.
He's going to get the 2 here.
He's going to get it.
He got it.
Ties it up.
It's a turn here. Get out.
Got to push that 6 seconds.
He doesn't want to get out in front here. Don't let him go. Good job.
Go out of bounds. Yeah. Woo. If he'd have let go of that,
was over.
Yeah, he's going to give up the 1 for the escape.
Should be going to overtime here.
Yeah. But I was going to say, how quick can you get the escape?
Yeah. 1 second's real tough. A couple seconds he might have got it.
Yeah. That looked like that took about 3, and I think Kale is out.
A good job to tie it up and go to overtime, though.
So overtime, first takedown?
First takedown. He's been the aggressor for most of the part, so.
Has a good opportunity to make this come from behind victory.
Just got to stay in position here.
Tries to get that single leg. Blomqvist fights it off. Kilgore, can he do it? He does. Oh, there it is.
Oh, God.
Great win for Corbin.
That was a good win.
Woo. Just barely gets the 2 points to tie it up. Holds on, doesn't give up the escape, and then in overtime, the aggressor wins by decision. 6-4.
Happy for Corbin there. That's a good match for him.
Good confidence builder for him, too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to 138. Excited to watch Luke here tonight. Had a good year last year. Looking to build off of that. This is Luke Woolsey from Morgan at 138 versus Cash Silvik of North Summit.
Quite the jump for Woolsey from 113 to 138 this year. I'm sure he's going to probably go down if he can.
Yeah, there's a couple of wrestlers on the lineup tonight at weights that I would be shocked if they stayed at those weights. Some good action right here from the start. Woolsey takes a shot, gets that single leg, turns around, gets the 2. He'll give up the escape.
Another one.
Another takedown. Cash trying his best to fight this off, but Luke's looking to push this. Now he's going to release and let him get the escape again, it looks like.
A high crotch or a fireman's pretty easy for him to get, it looks like, so keeps letting him up.
Cash is super tall, long legs. That ought to be exciting to a good wrestler that's quick, that can take a good shot. Luke looks like he's got him in trouble here. And there's the pin. Luke with a good match there, gets the pin over Cash. Moving on to our next match at 144 will be Maverick Guyman from Morgan versus Ethan Joyner of North Summit.
So he's a junior, and I've been saying since he started, he's going to be a state champion. I don't know if it'll be this year. It may.
You're thinking this year or next year?
This kid works hard.
Maverick, coming into the season in the preseason rankings, was ranked third at 144. 138.
138.
So that's where they think he'll be falling, is at 138. But wrestling 144 tonight.
Doing well here so far.
Great shot there by Maverick. Gets the ankle pick. He'll let him up. I must have not been, when I was looking for my stats, I must not have been paying attention because I just looked up and I'm like, 8-3? What? Did they leave up the score from the other match? How could that be?
He's scoring quick.
There it is. It's a pin for Maverick Guyman. And you heard it here, folks. Shane Jorgensen calling for a guaranteed state championship for Maverick this year.
Hey, I said, I don't know if it'll be this year. He's got 2 years to prove it.
You got to back Maverick up. You got to say, yeah, I said it. 150 here. Drew Korth for Morgan will have a forfeit for his match. Got to go through the process, though. That's what I love. You gotta still come out. You got to do something to get your forfeit. Great match for Drew. Next up, we'll have 157 Skylar Crowther of Morgan versus Jamin Bailey of North Summit.
This is another one I'm excited for. Had a good year last year.
Yeah, he was young and got some good experience last year. Hopefully he can progress off of that and do even better this year.
Skylar's always been a tough kid, so should have a good year.
Doesn't have his older brother to kick him around anymore, so he graduated. For the preseason rankings for 2A, Cutler Blomquist was ranked as the #1 wrestler for North Summit at 157. Obviously, he's not wrestling 157 tonight. Don't even see him on the program tonight, so maybe he's injured or
didn't make hydration. Maybe I don't
didn't
know.
Didn't make it with his hydration test.
It's a 2-point takedown here.
Skyler doing some work here, trying to get in position. Tries the tilt there, doesn't get it. Good defense by Jamin. Jamin trying to stand up and get the escape, but Skyler takes him back down.
I did a good job on top, riding him tough.
Goes out. We'll reset. When Skyler goes a little high like that, it makes me a little nervous. I'm like,
but he's behind the
he
arm,
is in control.
So under the elbow or under the arm.
Yeah.
There's the half.
Good half right there.
Gonna get some points here. Should at least get 2, yeah. 2 near fall.
That'll end the first period. Skyler with good control there in that first round. 4-0.
I'm about to try to get another point here.
We'll see if my son Drew recognizes that he needs to add 2 more points there. He finally saw it. Skyler with the escape. And we'll take a shot and get a takedown.
Out here too. Get his head out here. There's 2.
There he goes, and in a great position here to get the pin. There it is. Great win for Skyler. That's a pin for Skyler Crowther there at 157. Next up at 165, we're going to have Joseph Belinsky of Morgan versus Kota Amako from North Summit. Well, it looks like your son's going to coach this match with one of my favorite guys, Clay Thompson.
Excited for Joseph here this year. See how well he can move up.
Joseph is a sophomore?
I believe he is. Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Had some good examples of wrestling from his brothers. All the Belinskys are pretty solid and tough for sure.
Yeah, they're tough kids. Probably get it from their mom. I know Jeremy's not that tough.
Yeah. Nice move there by Joseph to get around and get that 2 points. Oh, great move here by Joseph. He's got that arm bar and he's just pushing. That's got to not feel good there for Kota.
He keeps fighting, though.
Yeah, he does. But
impressive.
This is just great position and control here by Joseph.
I don't think he has a tight.
Trying to finish it off. Kota, wow, what a fight there by Kota to fight that off. Because Joseph had him there for a second. We've got an issue with the clock here, I believe.
Not real sure why they stopped it there with the referee not stopping.
Yeah, I haven't heard a buzzer go off in a match unless there's been...
Usually the referee's the one that stops it, so I'm not sure what they're...
Yeah, they had the clock down to 15 seconds. I think they started at the wrong amount of time to begin with.
Okay. So they're saying that's the period's over.
Well, no, I think they're going to go back and they're going to put that time back on. So now instead of only 15 seconds, now we've got 45.
Okay.
But unfortunately for Joseph, got to restart here. Joseph here on top in control.
Get that bar on him. Should be in good shape here.
Yeah, if he can just work that and run it. Trying to pull that arm back in.
He's got them both.
Got them both, yeah.
Good to go now.
Now this is going to be trouble for Coda. Yeah, that's done. Great move there by Joseph. Once he got that second arm under control, just turns it, puts him right on his back, and gets the pin. I think Jarrett's going to attribute that to the coaching.
That was all.
That was all Joseph. Great win for Joseph. Now up at 175, Tag Rich of Morgan versus Jack Wood of North Summit.
Waylon joins him in corner there.
Tag started off the football season with a great play for the Trojans. Scored the first points of the season for him. Got a safety.
That was the first play of the season.
First points of the season. Yeah.
Tag's just a sophomore too, correct?
I believe so.
Quite a few young kids here, so.
His older brother Trayson on the team.
Got some young sophomores, but they've had some experience, so from last year.
Yeah, it's nice that they've been wrestling and doing really well. Here at the 175 weight, Lance Toon was ranked preseason number 3, but Lance, I think, wrestled JV tonight. Tag gets the call in this varsity match.
Takedown of Tag. Well, that's a good problem to have two good wrestlers at each weight. So.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I've noticed in these past years, Shane. Juab has been dominant, but it's because they have the volume of wrestlers. They just have so many at every weight that are really good wrestlers that it's hard for another team. If you only have maybe one wrestler at that weight, it just makes it that much harder, right,
Absolutely.
to compete when they've got 2 or 3 sometimes.
Yeah, you get those points from them second kids.
When it comes to the tournament and you got 2 guys that make the semis versus only 1. Yeah, it's just tough.
They don't get the points, but they get, they're knocking out us.
Well, yeah, they're taking out the competition and making it super tough, right?
Yeah. Everybody's got their studs, and they're expected to get the points, but it's those bottom,
You got to have some of those kids that
5th and 6th place kids that
produce,
really do it.
That'll end the first period. Tag will choose down, and he'll be up 2-0 here.
And to do that, you start at a younger age, and this year they've got quite a few kids in the junior high and building that program, and hopefully we can start competing with.
Yeah, hopefully wrestling can become a little bit more popular and a choice for some of these kids, right? Rather than something else. The escape there for Tag. Single leg here for Tag. Tries to pull him back in. Trying to keep his feet in to stay in bounds, but he will go out. Needed that trip right there, right?
Pulling back in rather than letting it go out.
Yeah, if he could have got that trip on that other leg, Jack would have gone down in a hurry. Whenever a kid's bouncing around on one leg, I always think of Sweep the Leg from the Karate Kid. There's a shot there by Tag.
Didn't finish.
Oh, but great move. Great defense there by Jack. Has Tag in some trouble. Tag does get to his belly, but Jack's going to get some points there. Some near fall, too. Takes the lead.
Yeah, Tag just didn't finish on that shot.
Yeah, he was there, and then just, it was almost like he hit a wall.
Yeah.
Jack just didn't fall back, and his momentum just pushed Tag right on his back.
Try to get a point with 30 seconds to go to tie this
Yeah,
up.
got to get the escape here and tie it up. Jack takes him back to the mat. Tag building back up to his base. And Jack takes him back down again. 12 seconds.
Tag doing a good job of bouncing back up.
Jack trying to hold on, trying to run a half there for a second. He will not allow the escape by Tag. Tag put in a lot of effort there, too, to try to get that escape. He's a little tired or a little winded right now.
Yeah, but that top guy's pretty tired, too, from holding him down. So.
Right.
It's we're going neutral here, huh?
Interesting.
Good head position there.
Tag tries a shot again, and Jack fights it off and takes him down. Tag in some trouble. And there's the pin. Good win there for Jack Wood.
Yeah, I think Tag will learn from this match a little bit. A couple things, you know.
That's it. It's early in the season. That's a good learning opportunity. Tag really from the first was in control there, but just a couple of missteps leads to that defeat there. Now, Zach Sargent here, 190 for Morgan versus Ben Peck of North Summit.
Got an issue with the clock.
Clock on the issue again.
Just like the wrestlers, these guys got to figure out the clocks early. First one.
Morgan has two wrestlers projected in preseason top 5 at 190. Zach is the number 1 ranked wrestler at 190. And Ezra Cadena is the 5th ranked wrestler at 190 for 3A.
Good ankle pick by Zach. This is
what we're expecting to see a lot of.
Yeah. Just chain wrestling, like it's one move to the next. It's going to be really fun this year.
Smart move there by Zach. Keeps his feet in, gets the 2 points. Gives up the escape. Makes it 4-2. Another shot here by Zach. This time he runs him out of bounds. Just high energy right from the start here, though. Look at Zach's legs, too. He's obviously got some power in those.
Yeah. Jared tells him, keep him in bounds.
Yeah.
And Pence is over here telling, hey, you do this and you do this. Yeah, it's going to be exciting for Zach this year. But I think he's going to have a lot of good matches still.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's going to just be easy, right? I mean, you always have those nights where
with our schedule,
anybody
I think he's
can
probably going to see some pretty good kids.
Yeah. And even if you don't have a lot of matches that are scheduled, you're going to go to those tournaments and you're going to see really what you're made of there. It looked like Zach could have had that pin, but he chose not to take it. Now he's got him in a cradle. And there's your pin. Your winner at 190, Zach Sargent over Ben Peck. Next up, 215, Trace and Rich of Morgan. It looks like it's going to be a forfeit for North Summit.
Excited to see what Trace can do this year too.
He had a good year last year for sure.
Boy, he's gotten.
Didn't finish exactly like he wanted to, but
he's gotten pretty big though.
Yeah. And now our final match of the night, Lane Henderson of Morgan versus Anthony Villacana of North Summit. And we're calling this heavyweight, not 285.
Yeah.
Last year's matches were super exciting at this weight. Morgan and South Summit.
Oh, that was way exciting.
Is it Traven Boger?
Yeah.
Traven was he's ranked really high this year as a heavyweight wrestler, but he and Cole Kill had some epic matches. Lane with the takedown. Right from the get-go, and the pin.
Must be wow. Look at that. That was impressive, Lane.
Lane wanted me to shut up about last year. He wanted to talk about this year.
These guys are gone. It's my turn.
And he's saying, okay, Traven might be the #1 wrestler at 285, but I'm the #6 wrestler, and I have something to prove, right? And he starts with a great start to the season right there. Gets the pin quickly.
Good for Lane.
Nice win for Lane Henderson. Your final team score here tonight, 63 for Morgan and 6 for North Summit. And that is your match, folks. Great start to the season here for the Morgan Trojans. We're super excited about what's to come. We've got some great matches up and coming and some really good ones here at home too, Shane. So if you're not watching the Morgan Sports Network, come over to the school because I know we face Wasatch here at home, and we face Juab here at home.
Yes.
I've never seen Juab come to this gym, so that's going to be awesome and fun. You're going to really see a test to see where you stand in 3A when that happens. You'll know which wrestlers you're going to be looking out for from that point on.
And that's late in the year.
It's late in the year, right before state almost. So there's some exciting matches coming up, so come and cheer on our wrestling team. But thanks for watching tonight. For Shane Jorgensen, I'm Ryan Turner. Thanks so much and have a great night.
Good night.